Hey guys, Danielle here, just reporting on the month that was November. Thanks for joining me. Jumping straight into sales, guys, at the time of recording this, we're sitting on 118 recorded properties on realestate.com. As always, we see most of that stock sitting in the South Hedland market to a much smaller proportion sitting in Port Hedland. The month of November certainly didn't show any signs of slowing down. We saw 32 recorded under offers by all agencies, 23 of those by Team Hedland First National and 9 by my direct team. So even in the lead up to Christmas, it's still proving to be very active and very busy. When it came to settlements for November, guys, this is where it got really busy. My team saw 13 properties settle for the month of November, 9 of those to owner-occupiers and 4 to investors. So it was a huge month for the changeover of one family to another, with lots of people moving into their forever homes. It was a really sweet month. Moving into leasing, guys, at the time of recording this, we're sitting on 78 recorded properties advertised for rent on realestate.com. As always, most of that in South Hedland, to a much smaller proportion sitting in Port Hedland. The leasing team saw 18 properties go under application for lease in the month of November, with 1750 being our highest lease, and that was for a nice 4x2 in South Hedland. The market has been very consistent, very stable. I had a small little chat with Amy Doran today, and she did let me know that coming into the Christmas period, we are showing stability. Don't expect any major rent increases on renewals in the next few months, but we are very consistent and still have a very low vacancy rate. While talking about leasing, guys, for those that have forgotten or may need it as we come into the Christmas season, we have the Hedland First National short stay accommodation options. So if you do have family that are travelling into town, we do have a lot of affordable options ranging from a minimum of 3 to 5 days right through to 3 months if needed. But anyone that may have family coming and travelling and you need a few extra bedrooms, I definitely encourage you to jump online, providing the vacancies aren't all gone, because they were filling quickly, but lots of options there for the locals to uptake. So guys, before I go into industry, I just need to announce a pretty major award that Hedland First National just took out at the recent annual REIWA Awards, Real Estate Institute of WA. Now, this is an awards that is collective, not just for the First National brand. This is every agency all across Western Australia. Now, we were up, our whole office was up against some of the top writers in Metro Perth, writing $4-5 million properties every day of the week. So this was a massive category. We ended up taking out the top spot for the residential large agency of the year in all of Western Australia. Now, guys, this is massive. As I said, this isn't just First National. This is against the Ray Whites, the Hardcourts, everyone that is operating in WA. But what's even better is the commentary that the judges gave. This isn't a figure-based award. It's actually a much far greater capacity that you judged on. The feedback: a progressive market-leading agency with no signs of complacency, strong client focus and community involvement. Guys, that is amazing feedback, and I just want to say well done and congratulations first of all to our leaders, Morag and Scott, who were there on the night to take out this amazing award, but to the whole Hedland First National team. This is an epic award and one of our best ones yet, and as always, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be on this stage. So again, thank you Hedland for supporting our office and allowing us to do what we do in the capacity that we do it. Jumping quickly into industry, guys, as always, jump onto my Facebook page. Everything is there and in live time and in far more detail. So the first one has to be about the marina. So that officially opened last week, and oh my goodness, what an amazing space we have created. And can I just say, after a decade of hearing about this marina, when will it be built? Is it going to be built? What's actually happening with it? To actually see it finally open, being used, and the community enjoying this space, what an amazing asset to our Hedland coastline. So thank you to the town of Port Hedland, the state government, and everyone involved in making this dream a reality. Team, for those that have been following, a $500 million FIFO tourism camp has been squashed. So this was reported on a few months ago how it was going through tender and through council. It has officially been shut down, which to be honest is probably a good thing. It keeps people out of camps and more in homes, which is a much nicer community feel for us. So that has officially come to an end and is off the drawing board. Also, as always, lithium has been really highly talked about in the press in several forums this month, so I encourage you to look at everything that's happening in that space. We also saw a bit about gold and, more importantly, the green energy. I know Twiggy is going down the path of an electric fleet, so there is lots and lots in that space, and as always, jump onto my Facebook page for more industry news. And the last bit of industry news that is kind of, but not kind of, is Donald Trump. So the elephant in the room, I think everyone was eagerly awaiting to see what the outcome would be. Look, regardless of your political views or not, it certainly is a space that all of Australia, but more particularly the mining sector, is watching with the proposed tariffs on China. Look, we have no control over this, but it is something we're watching closely just to see how the flow and effect will impact Australia and our exports. Just to wrap up in industry news, kind of industry but not, as we come off the back of the Donald Trump conversation, myself and Amy Doran were lucky enough to be invited to this year's First National Leadership Chairman's Circle seminar, which was hosted in Byron Bay. Now, it was a really amazing day of brainstorming, networking with some of the industry leaders all around Australia, and just really getting a snapshot for what's driving the economy, not just here locally in Port Hedland or the Pilbara, but all of Australia. We heard from the likes of Martin Lakos from the Macquarie Bank, who is an economist who gave us a really good rundown of what they're predicting when it comes to 2025. Now, one thing he did make note of was it's extremely unlikely that we're going to see any changes to interest rates before February next year, which may or may not come down a slight amount in Feb, but he's a bit mixed bag on that one. If it doesn't, he feels that it will stay steady, unchanged for most of the year. We are certainly looking positive, but not quite at the point that he's convinced that we're going to see drops in interest rates anytime soon. So it was a really great weekend. Lots learnt, lots shared, and as always, thank you to the First National Group for allowing Amy and I the opportunity to brainstorm with some of the best in the industry from around Australia. And just before I wrap up, guys, two more things. First of all, congratulations to all of the graduating students for the Hedland Senior High School 2024 Year 12s. This was my 10th year of sponsoring. This is a school that I personally attended and graduated through, so it's always one of my favourite awards to go back and give. This year I again awarded the Quiet Achievers Award, and this went to Sab Halafini. So well done and congratulations to this young sprouting man on his award, but more importantly to see how many children actually, well, young adults actually graduated through Hedland Senior High School this year. I think it's the biggest number I've ever seen. So well done and congratulations to all of the parents that saw their Year 12s graduate this month. And team, that's a wrap. Obviously, the elephant in the room is Christmas time, yay! As we lead into Christmas, guys, things do start to quiet down in the sense of open homes, not in the sense of listing and selling. We still list and sell just as many houses in December as we would every other month, but naturally, as people start to clear out for holidays, we start doing more private viewings than open homes, etc., etc. Look, if we can help you with your property goals, whether it's sales, leasing, or commercial, you know where to find us, and we look forward to seeing you again next month. And if we don't speak to you before, Merry Christmas and have a very safe and happy New Year's.